fans, I'm Randy Ricci. Forgive me for my butt puckering for the moment because this is our first episode. I'm Randy Ricci and I'm with Premier Pro Wrestling. Pro wrestling right now is probably not the business to be into. As you know, there's companies out there that we just can't compete with, that nobody can compete with. But what we do at Premier Pro Wrestling is focus on our wrestling, and you would be so impressed if you had any idea what you're going to, as we keep doing these every week, of how we make something out of nothing. For example, look up. That right there is not the Blue Demon. Okay? Premier Pro Wrestling is located in Woodstock, Illinois, which is basically the heart of McHenry County. McHenry County is basically what is considered Metro Chicago. People will travel from Chicago, which is amazingly rich in pro wrestling history, going all the way back to the first boom of pro wrestling, the 50s, when pro wrestling was on every weekend on live television at the Marigold. So, back to Premier Pro Wrestling. We don't have 50 cameras. We don't have the sponsors. We don't have all the bells and whistles in that gorgeous ring entrance, and we can't even do anything yet production-wise with HD. But what we do have, and what you're going to find if you bear with us, are probably the best group or team of young pro wrestlers in the nation and maybe even the world today. So bear with us, stick with us. Pro wrestling has always been, no matter what anyone tells you, an infomercial. The key to success in professional wrestling, especially today, if we're ever going to step up to be a viable alternative, is to hit you with an infomercial that is so entertaining you just can't get enough.
Did you see that leap Xander Lars made over the top rope? He is ready for Matt Vine.
Dude, talk about a guy who looks the part. I mean, they both look the part. But this Xander, he is a bull, an absolute bull. Listen to that. He's so new here, and they're taking to him like a fish to water. These people are very unforgiving. The questionable tactics of Matt Vine over the last month, huh?
Not only does Xander Lars look like he's ready for Matt Vine, he's got a big old smile on his face.
Yeah.
Not intimidated in the least by this former five-time world champion.
Matt Vine is wise to diffuse this right now. Last thing you want to do is face a guy built like that, determination on his face, looks so comfortable in that ring. Want to diffuse it. Make him take it down a notch. Make him wrestle on your terms. Look at Xander, knowing that this is messing with Vine. Now he's getting him back mentally, and this is what Larry Zbyszko, the living legend, used to like to call human chess. Here we go, two bulls locking up, two bull mooses locking horns.
At this point, it's kind of hard to call the power advantage.
No, I don't think there is one, bro. Look at this tie-up, is so compelling, it's on its own. Look at these guys, work. Both of them. Vine with too much pride. Xander's got to make a name for himself and beat Vine. Whoa, and nobody got the better of the other one on that one.
A stalemate. Very impressive.
If you notice, though, Vine's breathing a little harder than Xander. Getting inside the head of Vine. This kid learns quick, doesn't he?
Xander Lars, one of the fastest rising stars we have here in Premier Pro Wrestling, out of the Premier Academy.
Oh! That shows you right there. Attitude is everything.
Did you see the look on Vine's face? He looked like he just saw a ghost.
Justin, I saw the look on your face.
And you're hacking up a lung.
I'm chewing on gum, and I got a glass of mint with my mouth open. Whoa!
Oh, Vine staggered.
Did you hear those bodies collide?
Oh, man.
Talk about a head of steam.
Like a couple of trucks.
Man. Xander's got one hell of an upper body. I'm not saying Vine don't. but there's not a lot of guys on this roster that can match Vine with strength.
Xander forces the headlock, wrenching
Nice
it in.
transition. Oh, listen to this guy. You think he's serious?
Off the ropes.
Vine wisely goes to the floor.
I've said it before. Xander reminds me of Danny Bateman from The Replacements, John Favreau's character. He just proved it right there with that shoulder tackle.
If Danny Bateman and Iron Mike Sharp could have a child, it would be Xander Lars. Look at Vine is shook. He's shook, bro. Matt Vine is shook right now.
He's trying not to show it, but
Vander's still big grin on his face, dude. He's not easily intimidated, is he?
he's not. But he's got to be careful not to get suckered in. He can't get overconfident, especially not against an athlete like Matt Vine.
What you got to do with Matt Vine is play into his ego, because he's a slave to it. He's a slave to it. Look at Xander holding his own. Vine's got the height advantage. That should put him in charge of this. But he hasn't really inflicted much on him.
Now he's got Xander down to his knees, and those wrists are bent backwards. Now Vine showing off.
That's a mistake. See what I mean about being a slave to his ego? That's how you beat Matt Vine. You gotta find a way to chip away at that ego.
But Xander is pushing back up with all he's got. And this crowd is behind Xander. They're trying to will him back in, and it looks like it's working.
It is working. God bless Xander. He's getting there. He's getting there. He's up to 1 foot. He's up to 2 feet. And now Matt Vine! And the referee going! Oh! One! Oh! He almost got a 2 count on him. That's how you get inside Vine's head.
What an upset that would have been. Not only to pin Matt Vine, but to do it out of a test of
2
strength.
count! 2 count from the wrist lock. Oh, and Vine wisely goes for the head, puts an end to that one.
Time limit, 5 minutes gone.
He knew he was getting shown up, so that's why he switched to the head. Vine is getting knocked around. I mean, he's getting manhandled tonight.
He's going to have to rethink his strategy when it comes to these shoulder blocks.
Oh, it was a ruse. It was a ruse. It was a ruse, and now he's got the ankle, Xander. He's got the ankle scissored. Rolls back up, gets control with the head. Oh!
Rising face first into the mat.
Nothing kind about that. Right in the bridge of the nose. I'll tell you, if you've never had your sinus bone fractured, it's a horrible, horrible injury.
I can only imagine.
Ooh!
I can't handle a sinus headache, let alone a break.
I fractured my sinus bone once in Memphis, courtesy of Rex King. Oh my God, did he lay that soup bone in?
Yeah, but Vine, he's wasting time here. He should be capitalizing on the work that he's done.
It's the ego, baby. It's the ego.
You gotta wonder how much of this, though, is gonna come back to bite Vine. He may just be tuning Xander up.
In a minute, you're going to see how red Xander's chest is from a forearm and a chop. Uh-oh! Oh!
Now, Xander says, anything you can do, I can do better.
Oh, man! Matt Vine is so lucky.
Oh, but that might be the nail in the coffin right there.
For a mortal man, it would be. No shame in it. But he's not going for the cover. He's over here playing games with the girls in the crowd.
Well, now we
nice! Good job, kid. That was 2 seconds. I don't think it's smart to call this guy nobody. Oh, right across the eyes and eyebrows.
I agree with you on that. The name Xander Lars may not be that well known as of yet.
Elbow found its mark.
But he is going to be a big-time player in this industry one day.
Yeah,
Mark my words.
He's already formidable. Just a few moments ago, he had Matt Vine. He was literally mauling him.
Why no? Taking the time to show off.
Too much time. He's taking him too light.
Maybe look for that. He hits it.
1, 2. Good job, kid.
That time Xander saw it coming.
Come on, kid. Fire up, baby. Fire up. You're going to need it. 8 minutes gone. Here he comes, the bull. Oh, look at that face, bro. Oh, beautiful strike right in the chest. Off his feet. Matt Vine is caught off guard. Whoa!
Almost flipped him inside out with that one.
Whoa. Was here? 1, 2. No, but damn! He almost got his big victory over Vine. What a feather in Xander's cap would that have been?
Win, lose, or draw, guaranteed at the end of
Going
this
for
match.
the second time. Good job, kid. Wait!
Vine turns it over.
Vine's got a handful of tights. He's got a handful of tights.
Here is your winner, the modern day gladiator, Vinicus Matt Vine.
So, one of our greatest assets as a smaller pro wrestling company is this ring. And this is the type of stuff that we want to give you guys because I think that everybody will be interested in it. You don't hear these kind of stories from anywhere else. So, that being said, this ring is probably as safe or as, quote, light, end quote, as World Wrestling Entertainment's ring. It may not look like it aesthetically. Maybe it does. It looks pretty good today, actually. The maintenance. I worked my butt off trying to maintain this ring. I've had this wrestling ring since 1998. Where I got this wrestling ring from was Chief Jay Strongbow, who was a huge star for Worldwide Wrestling Federation, and Vince McMahon Sr. We were in Cincinnati when I was there doing some TV as an extra for World Wrestling Federation at the time. This is even before there was a WWE. And this was the house show ring for the company in Cincinnati that had been sitting in the building for many years. Chief said, the first one to show up tomorrow with a rental truck rather than throw this out can have the ring. So, a group of us got together, we funded that rental truck, and that ring was picked up the next day. Then it was passed from this guy to that guy. And I don't know if you recall, but this is a legend that is what you also hear a lot about, your unsung heroes. Jake the Milkman Milliman. This ring has been modified a little bit and maintained by Jake Milliman. It sat in his backyard and was open for young talent to train in for a couple of years, facing the elements. That being said, when we finally had to put on these new ropes, underneath those turnbuckles, they had newspaper taped over the metal as a safety precaution. The newspapers that were wrapped around there were from 1984, and that's how old this ring is. The other thing, one of our greatest attributes is the fact that we can appeal to pop culture in 2020 by giving you some more history that you won't get anywhere else as far as pro wrestling goes. Anyway, that's the story on our ring.
Ultimo stepping in there against 6'5", 250 pounds of Mr. Electricity, Chase Gosling.
You gotta love the upper body development on Ultimo. He's been obviously training hard and watching what he eats. He looks good. Chase looks big as a house.
I think we're in for some surprises from Ultimo tonight. He's been in there against the best Premier Pro Wrestling has to offer, and he has stood his ground every step of the way.
He
and he does not look intimidated at all by the sight of this former three-time world champion.
No, not intimidated. He's really, like you said, run the gauntlet with this roster. See, things like that giant throw-up in size difference don't frustrate Ultimo. Look at, see what I'm saying? He's still in this, man. He made a commitment to wrestle Chase Gosling. He's going to do that. Gosling with the headlock. Gosling with the arm wringer. Another arm wringer. Ultimo's going to out-quick him, and he's going to out-fly him. To the hammerlock. That a boy.
Whoa!
That man, we're going back and forth early.
With authority, Chase Gosling tossing Ultimo in that snapmare.
Gosling, impressive how he's keeping up with Ultimo and the quickness with his size. Because we're only 1 minute into this thing now. Good job by Ultimo. Good job by Gosling. Wow, he threw him in. Good thing he moved out of the way like that, dude. Good, look at him out-quick him. He's out-quicking Gosling tonight. Look, he's also making him dizzy, too. Gosling. Oh, I love it. I love it. Goes to the cover. 1, 2 count. He almost got a 2 count on Gosling. What smart wrestling.
What an
Ultimo
upset that would have been.
has got his head in this match tonight. He's on that arm. He's got a reverse arm bar, which is nice. It's different. He's going to ring the arm and Gosling takes advantage. He opened up the solar plexus there and he went for the ring. Gosling hit him while the air was escaping the lungs.
Here comes Big Chase.
Oh, yeah, quick him and it's Gosling to the floor like a sack of potatoes. 2. Come on, kid. Good job. Plant your coming. Oh, no.
Oh,
Gosling
strength
with
to
the
Chase Gosling.
superhuman horse strength. What's he going to do to him? No!
And that did not pan out the way Chase had hoped.
Ultimo. Good job by Ultimo, man. Good job by Ultimo.
there's
Another
another
plancha, and
plancha.
it worked the second time. Boy, that was brilliant. That was brilliant of Ultimo not to give up on that plancha, man. He is currently outflying him.
Chase Gosling, I don't know what
1,
century he's in when he
2,
gets back
and
under the rope.
Gosling using the ropes wisely, conserving his energy as well. Ultimo on the left arm. He's got that wrist. I can't believe how well he's doing against Gosling. He must have been watching some film. Gosling going for the
Gosling,
choke
no.
slam. Oh, that's one way to get him off your arm, I suppose.
But Chase can't go for a cover. He's taking a minute to recoup.
Oh, the fans do not like Gosling. 2 and change.
Well, Chase hasn't exactly endeared himself to the Premier Planet here.
Endeared. Meaning like endearing. So Gosling is what you would call endearing, is he?
No, he is not.
Getting him mad for out-wrestling, out-quicking him in the early part of this match. He's done so much in the last 3.5 minutes, man. Now he's just
Trying to fight back.
Johnny Cerveza, you can't count when he's being choked. You know better than that. Gosling has got him all tied up right in front of you guys.
Yeah, but it's clear who this crowd is backing in this contest.
Gosling,
Chase, though,
dude,
oh,
so innovative. I've never even seen this one.
I haven't either. This is
So innovative, bro.
I'm having sympathy back to it just from
Oh, and
watching
then turns it into the scissors as he starts getting ahead of steam to wiggle out of that hold. Even smarter. No,
Ultimo still got fighting, but
Thanks
the
for saying that.
longer he stays in this hold, which doesn't appear to be
Look, he's
maybe much
rolling,
longer.
man. He rolled. Now Gosling, he got the body scissor off.
But now Gosling has the full weight on Ultimo, and Ultimo is face down.
260 pounds, 260 and change. I don't know. He's a big guy.
Ultimo is fighting his way up,
Look at
though.
that little guy,
Impressive.
man. Look at him go. Look at him. Right in the short rib. Right in the solar plex on the second one. Ducks the clothesline. Oh!
Didn't duck that one, though.
Almost, though. So quick, Ultimo. Really getting quick on that, dude.
Look at Ultimo. Still signs of life after having his head nearly taken
1,
off.
2. You know, these fans, they know very well his name is Chase, but they know when he calls him, when they call him Chad, it pisses him off. Look at him.
Now, Chase is a former 3-time champion. You don't want to be known by another name when you have those kind of accolades.
And how many times is a tag champion? That's a long way to fall, my man.
It is Chase Gosling, actually a Grand Slam champion here in Premier Pro Wrestling. He's held every major title, except of course for the King of the Iron Man, but he was Grand Slam before that was incepted.
You know what? We're going to have to get him in first. See how, I love this. I mean, I like Ultimo, but I love his bow and arrow. Look at that. It's a thing of beauty, Justin. You can make a statue of that.
Let's see if Chase can put on the finishing touch here.
I don't know how Ultimo's hanging in there, dude. You know how this hurts the knees?
Look at the veins in
patella.
Ultimo's arms
Look,
as he
he
fights.
got out! He got out! How in the hell? No way! Oh!
Oh, right
1,
back.
2! Oh! Oh! Oh!
Right to the face, and
You know
I
how
think
frustrated? I honestly thought he had it won, you bastard.
I thought he had it won too.
Sorry to call you a bastard. I projected on you. I'm sorry.
I've known you for 7 years. If that's the worst you're calling me, I'm getting off easy.
Oh! What? Did you hear when he grabbed him? I don't know how old he's still in there, man.
I don't either. I thought for sure after that piece to the face, he was out cold.
Gosling's wasting precious
6
moments.
minutes to expire the time limit. 6 minutes gone.
Oh! Crucifix! 1, 2, no! That was real nice. Oh! Ultimo! So fast, this kid, isn't he?
Unfortunately, Big Chase Gosling there to cut him off at every turn.
Jeez, I don't know.
And now just humiliating the poor kid.
Yeah, you know why? He's projecting like I was on you. On poor Ultimo. He's got to be thinking, what's he going to take to put him away? I mean, this is not the same person 6 months ago.
It definitely is not. Ultimo is fine-tuning his in-ring skills. He's become a student of the game.
Working hard in the gym. Oh,
There's the
the ref didn't see it. The ref didn't see it. Did you see how Gosling was able to pull a leg off right as Johnny Cerveza was switching sides?
Chase knew exactly what was going on.
Man,
That's
so
the experience of Chase Gosling.
totally. I mean, he knows where he's in that ring at all times, and he just proved it again. Oh,
with the
except
jawbreaker.
there. Ultimo. Oh, black
Chase
hole.
turns it into a black hole slam. Look at Ultimo's head.
Hit hard. Hit the back of his head. And no. Now Gosling might have made a big mistake there. He picked him up. Now he's just punished him, dude. He's obviously frustrated with this kid. No way that kid just kicked out of that.
8 minutes to expire the
There's
time
no
limit.
way
8 minutes
that kid
gone.
just kicked out of that. Ultimo has garnered the respect of myself, everybody in this building, you, the entire talent roster, if Gosling wins or not, he's garnered the respect of Chase Gosling.
That standing suplex.
Oh,
Kicking the legs, though.
Oh!
Turns
no.
it right into
The
a DDT,
playing
plants
field's
Chase
level.
right on his head.
The size difference does not come into play when they're both flat on their canvas.
Ultimo is one stirring. Here, Chase.
Yeah,
He's seeing little cartoon birds flying around his head.
poor Gosling. Look at that drop kick. 6'4", 6'5", Insecurity to the back.
Ultimo now with the guillotine.
He's got it on him. He's got it on. Now he's got it on him. He broke him down. Now he's got to cinch that thing in, and let's see if he can get Gosling to tap or pass out, whichever comes first. Gosling turning red. Gosling now with the superhuman strength. I don't know how he gutted his way out of that one. I really don't know how he gutted his way out of that one. Puts the feet up. Kid's on the second rope. Kid climbs to the top rope like it's
risk.
nothing. Oh!
That wasn't nothing now.
Oh, Lord. God bless this kid.
Chase going for the tombstone. And I think that may do it.
Here's your winner, Mr. Electricity, Chase Gosling.
Not bad, Chad, the reigning Challenge Pro champion here in Premier Pro Wrestling, going one-on-one with the American Ninja Warrior and former tag team champion Sensei.
Yeah, Sensei, I'm something else, man. Look at that, not an ounce of fat on him.
Did Sem get a haircut? Looks like he's got a bit of a mohawk this week, a little bit of a warrior haircut.
Nice short haircut like Grandpa. My grandpa used to say that. Come on, get a nice short haircut like Grandpa. I'll be right back. I gotta get the crap out of the ring.
You go ahead. I'm just gonna sit here and imagine you with short hair.
Like Grandpa. I had a Heidi when I was 3. Crew cut.
You gotta show me those
Here we
pictures
go.
sometime, but Sem
know
taking
if
early
there is
control
any.
of this match. But there's not
Back
bad
and
Chad to
forth.
turn the pace. Sem trips him up, goes for a quick pin, right back to the arm. Not bad Chad though, slippery as soap. Manages to reverse into a hammerlock. Sensei on the ropes.
Smart.
Great ring awareness from the American Ninja Warrior. one half of the now former tag team champions. You got to wonder what that loss last week, he and Chase losing the tag team titles, did to Sem's head going into this match. Sem now putting up the challenge for a test of strength, at least momentarily, but not bad. Chad getting into Sem's head, knocking the knees, boogieing down as the boogeyman likes to do. Sem is not amused, although the Premier Planet is.
Yeah. It's always amusing with Chad out there, man.
Oh, and
Sem can
Sem, very
wrestle.
smart wrestling, rolling through into the overhand wrist lock.
He can wrestle. I don't know why he's got to take all these shortcuts, you know?
Every time Sem traps Chad in something, Chad finds a way out of it and reverses it. Oh, and a rake to the eyes. There's no reversing that.
I don't blame him. I don't know if you saw the pressure Chad was putting on Sem's arm.
Chad leaps over. Cat-like agility from the challenger champion.
Chad's got a bigger bag of tricks than Chris Angel or David Copperfield. Am I lying?
No, not at all. I've said it before, and it always bears repeating. He's one of the most deceptive athletes you will ever meet in your life. He can wrestle. He can fly. He can use his strength.
He can grapple. He's done real good in those Olympian freestyles. You know? Resilient.
Well, he's not the Challenge Pro champion for no reason.
Oh, did you see that? NFL swoop into a front figure. 1, 2, and no. Right back up to his feet first. Now, let's not forget. Oh, Sensei to the floor. Sensei was on the American Ninja Warrior. He placed, not bad, Chad, made it to his feet first. How do you do that against an athlete like that? Suicide dive. Look at the fighter Chad has. My God, is Chad on his game tonight.
He's not the Challenge Pro champion for no reason. That title is defended in triple threat
Oh,
matches.
there it is. Hooks the leg. 2 and change. 2 and change. Whew. Beautiful display of high flying. Like what you just said about Chad less than 1 minute ago. He's covered all that. He flew, he did a power move, and now he's wrestling again with that overhand wrist lock. So well-rounded.
Well-rounded, versatile is the word that came to my mind. He's like a Swiss Army knife.
He's usually the first one here on Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Saturdays, man. This guy works hard. Sensei desperately trying to get him off his arm. That calls for the break. And instead of raking the eyes, this time he washed him with that wrist tape on his forearm. Look at the body on Sem. Whoa, look at the reversal by Chad.
Sem gets the boot up.
Sem is so good too, man. Now it's time to put Sem over.
Chad caught him in midair.
Tap. He's in trouble, Sem. There's your Ninja Warrior, Chad says to him. You know?
Sem backs Chad into the corner.
He backed him in, but how much pain? Can he use the left arm even?
Oh, it doesn't look like much. He's delivering those shoulders, but it doesn't look like there's a lot of mustard on him.
To the side of the jaw.
Oh, and now Chad, just like Sem did a minute ago, he gets the boot up. Chad, that cat-like agility.
Oh, Sem is quick. Power slam. 1, 2, no. What a power slam out of nowhere.
I'm going to go ahead and say it. Sensei has got one of the best power slams in professional wrestling.
It's gorgeous,
he hits
isn't it?
He hits it out of absolutely nowhere.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? It's a thing of beauty.
5 minutes will start the match. 5 minutes gone.
I was picking Chad apart piece by piece with those kicks. Sensei almost as gifted with those feet as our champ Jose Acosta. See that left arm is coming into play. Chad
He
would
dropped the elbow, but it looked like it hurt Sem as much as it hurt Chad.
Yeah, it's not out of joint. It's not. I can't see what it is. Was he choking? Was he ripping on his face?
I can't tell. You're facing
He's
away from
ripping on
us,
his
but
face, bro. I think he's ripping
you
on
folks
his face.
watching can see in full view. Not bad. Chad isn't a quitter. He's not going to let it go that easy.
No. Chin lock, that's what it is.
And there's not bad Chad asking the Premier Planet to get behind him.
They're meeting him halfway tonight, aren't they?
Oh, and those elbows aren't going halfway. They're going all the way into the
Pulls
midsection.
him back by the hair. I didn't do anything. I don't know, man. This guy looks so good, wrestles so good. Now he's choking him, but the ref can't see it. The ref didn't see it. He doesn't need all the shortcuts. He's so talented. Look at this, unbeknownst to the referee.
Now turning
him.
his back to the referee.
Right.
Sem is really pushing Justin McKay's patience here. He's stretching the rule book to its absolute limit.
Yeah, it is, man. Thing is, he doesn't need to do it. He's so good.
Well, we've seen what kind of athlete Sem is, not only in the ring, but also in his 2 outings on American Ninja Warrior national television.
Not bad. Chad is still hanging in there with him. Whoa! I don't even know how he put the brakes on there, bro. Whoa!
Chad running shoulder first into Sem, and now he's going to pick up some
I got a
speed.
bad feeling.
Here comes that round off
Okay.
into the elbow.
They're both tired, man. Both men are tired at this point.
Chad with the ground off.
Oh!
Into a drop kick.
Oh, that was a cartwheel, I think, too. No! 2 inches. See the difference? The first one was the round off, second one was the cartwheel. And I get confused myself.
Oh, but there's the feet of Sem.
Oh, he's on him like
Drop kick of his
stink
own.
on shit, knocking him out of the ring.
But Chad holds on. He held on to that bottom rope.
Man, I would have just gone to the floor to get away from him. Gonna suplex him from the outside in. Or is he?
Chad
I
lands
was
on
wrong.
his feet.
Whoa. Oh! And Chad put that little twist at the end of the suplex. Now the playing field is level.
8 minutes have expired. The time limit, 8 minutes gone.
You see that little spin he put on it
I
at the
did.
end?
And that spin creates more of a snap. You could easily give your opponent whiplash in a maneuver like that.
Boom! Chad meant business there. Oh!
Sem tried to block it, but Chad ran right through him.
There's Chad's drop kick always finds its mark. Sensei struggling in the corner. Not bad Chad going around the world or across the world.
Oh, but there's
No!
He's got him rolled
He's
up.
got the
his
ropes,
feet on
too!
the ropes. He's got his feet on the ropes. Good eye by the referee. Good eye by the referee.
Very good.
And Chad now. And that is it.
Oh! Good. And Chad wisely gets out of that ring.